to channel AGCG News.
This just in, our news story of the hour. 3 teenagers who were scheduled to be unwound escaped from the police today.
This story is a definite one to be tuned into. This is crazy.
Let's go to Matt Allen, who is on the scene with more information.
Thank you, Isabel and Anna. I'm here at the scene at the truck stop with the police who were involved in the escape today. Officer Schusterman gave a briefing of what happened earlier today.
Thank you, Matt Allen. So the police force was patrolling the streets normally today, and I found an AWOL unwind in a truck. When he saw me, he ran away. He was trying to escape. He ran across the highway. He ended up causing a traffic jam involving many cars. We are currently trying to track him down. We know he took 2 other AWOL unwinds with him, 1 boy and 1 girl. So if you see any sign of suspicious child behavior, call the station at 1-800-AWOL-UNWIND.
Thank you, Officer Schusterman. And now back to Anna and Isabel.
Thank you, Matt Allen.
So I have some details about the going to be unwound Risa, who was apparently with the boy who was at the truck stop. She was going to be unwound because her state home was saying that she had reached her potential in the house.
Isn't that interesting? Well, the 2 boys, Connor and Lev, were also AWOL. And Connor was the one at the truck stop. He brought along Lev with him. Connor was a very violent child, and he was fighting a lot with kids at school, and he was disobedient. His parents chose to unwind him. Lev was a type. He knew he was going to be unwound from birth.
So you guys better watch out and make sure you don't see Connor on the streets. And if you do, remember, call 1-800-AWOL-UNWIND. A lot of unwinds have tendencies to be disobedient. So once they find out that they're going to be unwound, there's a possibility for them to go AWOL.
They feel neglected and not wanted as well. And now on to a specialist in the field of unwinding.
Hello there. I am now with the specialist on unwinding, Miss Smith. What does unwinding do?
Hello, Anna. Unwinding entails many things. If you are chosen to be unwound, you are taken by the police to a harvest camp, which is where the unwinding happens. Yes. And there is where you are unwound. And unwinding involves chopping up, cutting up.
That sounds kind of vulgar.
The unwindee, and distributing their cut up parts to others who need them to survive.
That's nice. That sounds somewhat gruesome, yet helpful at the same time. Thank you, Miss Smith, for that wonderful explanation.
Thank you, Anna.
Hi, and welcome back to AGCG News.
We have another breaking story for you tonight. We will be talking about what has happened at the GATTACH station recently.
The well-known mission director had been beaten to death. We have no news on who it was yet, but the officers are collecting data and DNA.
Now, we go to a detective who is working on the case.
Hi, AGCG News. We have recently found out that a man named Vincent might be our culprit to this crime. We don't know for sure if it is him, but our data is leading towards him. Back to you.
Well, I'm glad that we have at least a suspect for this case.
Yes, indeed. I really hope that they can find a culprit very soon so that we can let our viewers know.
There has been some suspicions going around GATTACH lately, though. Some of the detectives investigating this case and this crime believe that the culprit may not be Vincent, in fact.
Really?
Since Vincent has been missing so long from Gattaca, they believe that the culprit may actually be one of the elite workers at Gattaca.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that interesting?
The only explanation the detectives have for this is that Vincent may be a borrowed ladder, or may have tried to disguise himself as someone else and become someone else's identity.
That is just crazy.
It is. We have more news on our murder suspect. As the detective said, the DNA came up now and again a second time.
And now we throw it back to our detective on the scene with more information.
Thank you, ladies. The first time we found DNA at our crime scene, it was an eyelash that was left close to the scene of the crime. We tested the eyelash's DNA and it came up as Vincent's. Now we have a piece of evidence that is a cup that was given to the janitor, and we tested the cup and it also had Vincent's DNA on it. We are pretty sure he is our culprit. Back to you, girls.
Thank you, Detective. That sure is a tough case to figure out.
Oh really? Okay, right away. This just in, the detectives at Gattaca are now doing a blood test to know for sure who the culprit is.
Well, that's great, Anna.
It sure is, Isabel. And now the blood tests are in.
You're correct, Anna. The results say that the murderer's DNA is not located at Gattaca.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. Now, we have an interview with the doctor who took the blood tests.
Over to you, Doctor.
Hello, ladies. Well, what I did was I took a needle and took blood from the vein and tested the DNA. We did not find a match to Vincent, so I have my suspicions that there may be a different murderer. I feel that Vincent was in the wrong place at the right time.
Well, we've got to be getting the results in soon.
For sure. You know, I'd really like to know who the culprit is and why they did this terrible thing.
Welcome back from that commercial break.
And guess what?
What?
After a long day, we finally figured out who the killer was.
Yay, I can't wait!
Wait for it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you trying to add dramatic effect or something?
Of course, I always do.
Should we tell the viewers?
I think yes. Well, it was the CEO of the company.
Wait, what?
I know, that's what we found out from the detectives. It's crazy.
You know, we really should talk about how Vincent wasn't the killer and he wasn't who he said he was.
How?
Well, he was a borrowed ladder. He took DNA from an Olympic swimmer so he could be a valid instead of an invalid. How crazy is that?
Very crazy.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe it either. But I do understand why he would want to do that. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a valid?
Exactly.